The moment you cannot leave, you lose power. Not when things goes wrong, not when the situation breaks, but the exact moment you don't have the option to walk away. Think about this honestly. Is there anything in your life right now, a job, a role, or even a situation that you cannot leave, even if you wanted to? That's not stability, that's dependence. Most of us organize our lives around stability. Stable income, stable positioning, stable routine. It feels safe, predictable, and controlled. But there is a hidden problem. Stability without exit is not actually stability. It's a controlled exposure. Because the moment something changes, you don't adapt. You absorb the impact. You have seen this. Someone stays in a role for years, not because it's optimal, but because leaving feels dangerous. They have no other options built, and over time, their options shrink. And this leads to the real cost. When you don't have an exit, three things happen. 1, your decisions become compromised. You don't choose what's right, you choose what's safe. 2, your standards drop. You tolerate things you normally wouldn't, because leaving is not an option. 3, your negotiation disappears. You can't say no, because you cannot afford the consequences. The moment you need something to survive, you lose the ability to be negotiated. So what does real power look like? Walkaway power is not aggression, it's not dominance, it's not forced outcome. It is this, the ability to leave without being collapsed. That's it. It doesn't mean that you will leave. It means you can, and that's changed everything. In their classic book on negotiation, Getting to Yes, Fisher and Williams, they introduced the concept of BAT&A, which is the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. Your power in any negotiation is not determined by how aggressive you are. It's determined entirely by how good your alternatives if you walk away. Two people on the same negotiation both want the same deal. Both are skilled, but one have an alternative, the other doesn't. Only one have power. So, how is this built? It is not an attitude. It is an architecture. It must be designed through 5 structures. Structure 1. Financial distance. You are not dependent on immediate income. You have a buffer. You might be inconvenienced by leaving, but not fragile. Structure 2. Skilled portability. Your value is not tied in one environment. You can move and you still produce. Structure 3 is an optional path. You don't have one way forward. You have alternatives. Philosopher Nassim says, anti-fragility is about having options. The more options you have, the more freedom you have to respond to unforeseen circumstances. Structure 4. Low fixed pressure. Your life doesn't require constant output to survive. No excessive obligations. No structural traps. Structure 5. Identity independence. You are not psychologically attached to the role. You can leave without losing yourself. Most of us fails here, not because we lack the skill, but because we are financially tight, emotionally attached, and structurally dependent. So even if they saw the problem, they cannot move. And this leads to the deeper barrier. Even when the exit is possible, people don't take it. Why? Fear of uncertainty, identity attachment, and social validation. Someone says, I have spent 10 years building this. They stay because of the past, even when it no longer serves the future. In psychology, This is called sunk cost fallacy. Research Hal and Catherine proved that humans have a deep irrational tendency to continue maneuvers even simply because they have already invested time, money, or effort on it. Time invested. It is not a reason to stay. It is a cost already paid. So how does this show up in real life? You can recognize lack of exit instantly. There's a signs you can look for. You hesitant to speak honestly. You avoid conflict. You accept conditions you dislike. You delay decisions you already understood. These are not personal traits. They are structural signs. You are not choosing those behaviors. You are adapting to a structure you cannot escape. So what changes when exit exists? When you have a walkaway power, you're able to negotiate differently, you decide faster, you tolerate less, and you position better. Because you are not protecting yourself, you're choosing. As a psychologist, Frankl, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Walkaway power is what creates the space. Dependence forces behavior, but freedom allows strategy. And this is where everything connects. Most people think power comes from money or status or control, but that's the surface level. Real power is simpler. It is the architecture of your options. It is the ability to walk away without your life collapses. Because the moment you don't need something, you are no longer controlled by it. And the moment you can leave without fear or pressure or damage, that's when you are no longer controlled by the system. You have stepped outside of it. You don't become powerful by holding on. You become powerful the moment you no longer have to.